Dee, 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 dee. What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? Welcome to the Jaime Dee Show. Woo! Live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM every Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. until 11 a.m. PST, and live in Las Vegas, Nevada. Also live in Chicago, Illinois from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. CST. What's up? It's Hump Day. Welcome in, everybody. It's an absolute pleasure to have you guys here listening into my live morning radio show, whether you're in your car or you are at home on the social media streaming platforms. I truly appreciate you for supporting the Jaime Dee Show. Welcome in. I see we got Kara live in the chat. Woo! What's up? We also have people tuning in right now on the Instagram. What up, y'all? We got Robert, Dana, and Alvin. It's an absolute pleasure to have you guys here. All right, so for today's show rundown, we're going to go over some daily news, and then we're going to have a conversation on outing someone who abuses their power. Y'all, we're going to get into the entertainment industry today. We're going to talk everything outing people. Yep, we're getting into it. It's going to be quite a good day today. All right, let's get into this. As written by Hollywood Unlocked, a Massachusetts social worker has been accused of assuming the identity of a child in state custody at 3 schools in Boston. 32-year-old Shelby Hewitt pleaded not guilty to 9 indictments at Suffolk Superior Court after it was revealed how she assumed the identity of a real child who was in custody of the state. She faces 3 counts of forgery, 2 counts of forgery at common law, 1 count of identity fraud, 1 count of larceny over $1,200, 1 count of uttering, and 1 count of making false claims to her employer. Prosecutors stated that Hewitt allegedly used information she gained from working for the Department of Children and Families to plan a scheme to trick the Boston public school system into thinking she was a child as young as 13 years old. She also used the domain at massstate.us to create 2 fake employees from the agency with fake contact information in December of 2021. Hewitt reportedly used the child's identity and fake employees' information to enroll herself into the Walden Behavioral Treatment Center for an eating disorder in 3 different public schools, as reported by 2Fab. She continued the alleged scheme while earning $54,000 yearly from the state. Quote, the defendant created multiple names and dates of birth for herself to propagate this intricate but false narrative of being an extremely traumatized child with significant and special education needs and emotional needs at that, end quote, said Assistant Suffolk District Attorney Ashley Pollan. Now, my thing is this. When I hear these stories, I'm always extremely flabbergasted because I just don't know how you guys come up with this stuff. I personally would never think of these things. Like when I'm sitting in my bed or I'm on the phone with my best friends or I'm literally just in the car trying to figure out what is my next move? How am I going to create a new business? How am I going to get this money by tomorrow? The first thing the first thing that comes to my head is not scamming people. On top of that, even if it was, I'm too afraid to go to jail. Do you not see me? I wouldn't listen, I may be 6'3", I may can hold my own, and I may be tough, but I would not last in jail. I couldn't do it. Oh, I couldn't do it. Not me. I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. So personally, I just don't understand how people go through these things. I don't understand how people make these things up in their head. I don't understand how people think, okay, yeah, I'm going to get away with these things, because there are so many different documentaries, so many different TV shows, so many different movies of how to get away with murder, how to get away with scams, how to trick the government. And you would think that because they know all the tips and tricks already, that apparently common sense is not too common. And that's just that. I'm laughing because because people really think that they're just gonna get away with this stuff. They really think that they're just gonna get away with this stuff. And I'm not condoning anything, but it's one thing to get away with a couple thousand here and there, but 54,000 yearly. People be out here scamming millions of dollars, and they really think that the government, the FBI, or nobody else is gonna catch them. Mm-mm-mm. All right, It's Unsight reported that the Miami-Dade Police Department reported the arrest of a man in Florida for engaging in the unlawful sale of 40 pounds of horse meat. Detectives received information on December 11th regarding the slaughter of a horse for the purpose of selling its meat, per WFLA. According to an arrest affidavit, authorities initiated an operation to buy 40 pounds of horse meat from the suspect, Alan Diaz, 39, in Miami, for $500. At approximately 3:50 p.m., Diaz met with the informant at a prearranged spot and gave him a black plastic bag believed to contain horse meat. Diaz was arrested, charged, and hauled to the nearby correctional facility. The horse meat, believed to be from the suspect, was sent to a U.S. Department of Agriculture investigator for review. The investigation is still in progress. Okay, first of all, what are y'all doing with horse meat? Y'all just eat any and everything. Oh, I got a headache. Not only do I have a headache for real, because of my allergies, but I really got a headache. Y'all eat any and everything. Horse meat? Why y'all over here slaughtering horses? Ew. 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 That's gross. I know there's gonna be some people who are listening into this and they're like, you gotta try different meats. We've eaten alligator, we've eaten rat, we've eaten cat. I'm glad that you've eaten those things. I'm not doing it. My thing is I'm always down to try new things. I'm always down to try different delicacies as well. But there are just certain animals that you're just like, I don't want to eat that. Like deer. I know y'all be eating deer. I know that's okay. I know it's legal. But deer, I don't know. Deer is just too close to horse. And horse is just too close to deer. I don't want it. Ugh. Oh my God, I'm gonna stew up. I can't. Hey, now hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. There are people out there who be like, well, if I cooked it, you wouldn't know what it was. You're right. I have no argument towards that. But when I find out what it is, meet me outside and give me my one. For y'all who don't know what give me my one means, that means we're gonna fight. We are gonna fight. Yeah, I know I don't condone violence, but we gonna fight. Because if you feed me horse meat and lie to me about it, catch me outside. ASAP. ASAP Rocky. Period. All right, as posted by Hollywood Unlocked, a 20-year-old woman in Tennessee is currently facing charges after being arrested. The woman allegedly tried to set her ex-boyfriend's bed on fire while he, his girlfriend, and the girlfriend's baby were sleeping. Yes, the baby was in the bed too. According to Law and Crime, Derica B. Wiggins was charged with 1 count each of aggravated arson, setting fire to another person's property, and reckless burning, as well as 2 counts of aggravated assault. Wiggins was recently taken into custody, but the alleged incident reportedly took place March 1st, 2023. Dang, that was so long ago. According to a report, authorities responded to a 911 call regarding a fire at a home. Upon arriving at the scene, first responders said that the fire had been put out quickly after it started. Fortunately, the man, woman, and the baby were all able to escape the incident unharmed. Wiggins' ex-boyfriend spoke with officers that night and stated that he woke up to the comforter in flames and was able to extinguish the flames. He then left the bedroom and allegedly noticed Wiggins in the driveway where the two got into a heated confrontation. WREG reported. Police also reportedly noted that the security footage from a Ring doorbell showed a woman who appeared to be Wiggins entering the residence and then leaving a short time later on the night of the fire. Now, y'all, I can say I don't condone violence as much as I want to. I really can. But not only if you set fire to me and mine, but you set fire to me, mine, and my child, baby. Literally, baby. But I don't know. Everything's just off the table at that point. Let me know if y'all agree or disagree. Like everything's off the table at that point. Like, I don't want to say that that's going to be incriminating or get me in trouble, but y'all would have to really, really get me off that person. I don't care who it is. I don't care who it is. If you purposely set fire to me, my significant other, and my baby, you would have to face a wrath that God Himself would have to come down and stop. I'm sorry. That's how I feel. I can say I don't condone violence until my face turns blue, but there will be a whole different type of anger that I would not be able to control if you try to kill me, my significant other, and my baby. That is attempted murder. It's one thing to literally end my life quickly and I don't have to feel anything, but you try to set me, my baby, and my significant other on fire. The way that that fire would transfer to the inside of my body would be insane. All right, guys, we're gonna take a quick break. And when we come back, we're gonna have some more daily news. I don't want you guys to go anywhere because this is the Jaime Dee Show live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM every Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. until 11 a.m. PST in Las Vegas, Nevada, and live in Chicago, Illinois from 12 p.m. until 1 p.m. CST. Stick around, y'all, because we got so much more to talk about. I'll be right back. Stay tuned.
World Premium CBD offers full and broad spectrum CBD oil, extracts, and capsules, which are designed to help you feel your best. Their products are sourced from the best organic hemp and natural ingredients on the market and are tested for quality, purity, and potency. They have a full range of items from health and wellness to beauty to pets. Call 725-205-9223. Visit online at zinworld.com or stop by their location at 9895 South Maryland Parkway and Silverado Range Parkway. Mention KSHP for 10% off in store or use code KSHP online for 15% off.
Hungry for the best barbecue in Las Vegas? Come out to the infamous barbecue and meat market, John Mole's Meats and Roadkill Grill in Las Vegas. John Mole's was featured on the Food Network's Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. Now take home delicious meat selections for your grill, and while you're there, grab a bite of the best barbecue in Las Vegas. With 2 locations now at Tom and Gowan or on North Decatur, you're sure to find the perfect meats for your next barbecue or party. Find us online at johnmolemeats.com.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Jaime Dee Show. Woo! Live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM every Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. until 11 a.m. PST in Las Vegas, Nevada, and live in Chicago, Illinois from 12 p.m. until 1 p.m. CST. Oh, yeah. We're also live on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook at The Jaime Dee Show, a real live morning radio show. Welcome in. For those who are listening in their cars right now, I truly appreciate you all. And for those who are listening on the YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and Instagram live stream, I truly, truly welcome you and thank you. I appreciate you all for supporting the kid. Yes. All right. So if you're just not tuning in, I went over some daily news, and in this segment, we're going to have some more daily news. So, as written by Hollywood Unlocked, an 18-year-old Guatemalan migrant is now facing a charge of aggravated manslaughter of an officer after a Florida deputy died from a heart attack while arresting the teen for walking through a parking lot. Body cam footage from the tragic incident has also been recently released, showing how the entire incident went down involving the young man who speaks little English and did not understand what was happening and why he was being arrested. It's reported that the confrontation occurred on May 19th around 9 p.m. in a Super 8 motel parking lot on Florida 16 in St. Augustine, Florida. The deputy, identified as 52-year-old St. Johns County Sheriff's Office officer Sergeant Michael Kanovich, saw the young man, identified as 18-year-old Guatemalan migrant Virgilio Aguilar Mendez, in the parking lot, quote, looking suspicious, end quote, according to the arrest report. After determining the teen was suspicious, the Florida deputy walked over and began to question him, but the report noted that it wasn't a call for service. After the deputy attempted to perform a pat-down search, the teen resisted and a struggle began. Other deputies soon arrived at the scene and a taser was employed in an attempt to control the teen. During the struggle, Aguilar Mendez reached for the taser to try and stop the deputies from harming him. According to the report, the teen was handcuffed but still managed to grab a folding pocket knife from a shorts pocket, which led to deputies disarming him. But during the process, Konovich collapsed from medical distress. The St. Johns County Sheriff's Office said that the physical struggle lasted about 6 minutes and that at least 3 deputies had to restrain the teen, who was described as a 5'4" and 115 pounds. Court records showed that Konovich's cause of death was a heart attack, and subsequently, the 18-year-old Guatemalan migrant that he tried to arrest for walking the parking lot is now facing a manslaughter charge. Take a listen to this report.
Okay, why, when I was driving around, stop. Okay, but why did you get up and walk away? Huh? When you saw me, you got up and walked away. Why? Yeah. Why? Where are you staying? Huh? Where are you staying? Sleeping? Here? Yes. Well, why aren't you eating inside? What?
New developments involving this man who's charged with manslaughter in the death of a St. Johns County deputy. He's now retained a civil attorney in this case. That attorney tells News4Jax he is now reviewing what happened to see if there's a civil case here.
18-year-old Virgilio Aguilar Mendez has been in jail since May. He was accused of trespassing on a property in St. Augustine. Well, it turned into a physical confrontation with this man, Sergeant Michael Kunovich, who collapsed and later died at the hospital. News4Jax reporter Marilyn Parker spoke with the attorney, who says this situation is a grave injustice and feels there's a lot more to the story.
How is he doing?
He's very afraid. He stands by his innocence.
Philip Arroyo is representing Virgilio Aguilar Mendez and his family. He says they are heartbroken, and Aguilar Mendez never thought this would happen to him.
We believe this is a grave injustice for what seems to be, so far, an act of police brutality.
Why, when I was driving around, stop. Okay, but why did you get up and walk away?
Arroyo is going off this body camera from May 2023. Aguilar Mendez is approached by St. Johns County Deputy Michael Kunovich.
Don't walk away from me. No, sorry. Don't pull away from me.
Who tries to search him for unknown reasons. Aguilar Mendez says repeatedly he doesn't speak English.
Lay on your stomach. I'm sorry, no speak English.
It took 3 deputies to wrestle Aguilar Mendez into handcuffs. After which, Kunovich collapsed and died at the hospital. Aguilar Mendez is charged with manslaughter and resisting arrest.
Is there a civil case here at all?
Well, that's what we're reviewing so far. Hispanics in general, those who don't speak English, are victims of police brutality or civil rights violations. And sometimes we never hear that story because of the language barrier. And I think that in this scenario, it's very important to shed a light on what's going on here.
The St. Johns County Sheriff's Office says they do not keep a list of Spanish-speaking individuals. They do currently use this limited English proficiency service. It's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year with an interpreter and translators. Now, I asked the Sheriff's Office if Deputy Kunovich used this service at the time of the encounter with Aguilar Mendez, and if not, why? The Sheriff's Office responded saying that that question is a part of an active investigation and they don't have information regarding it at this time.
A Spanish-speaking deputy did arrive on scene after Aguilar Mendez was in handcuffs. Arroyo says they are also reviewing potential racial profiling in this case based on the video.
Is there anything on behalf of the family that they want said about this case?
They just fear for their son. But despite of this grave injustice and miscarriage of justice that they are expressing that's happening to their son, they still believe in our American criminal justice system.
In Jacksonville, Marilyn Parker, Channel 4, the local station.
I'm trying to get my words together because there's something that I really want to say that I feel like you guys would try to cancel me for. And I hold myself accountable so you don't have to. I do my very best to continue to be open, honest, and just truthful about my opinions. I'm gonna say this: play stupid games, receive stupid prizes. I don't wish death on anybody, and it's unfortunate that this sergeant lost his life due to a heart attack. But if you weren't messing with people, if you weren't abusing your power, if you weren't being just like all those other horrible police officers out there who was just trying to use a minority individual as an outlet to release your anger, harm somebody, or get away with something, or meet your quota, maybe you would still be alive today. Y'all probably gonna hate me for saying that, but there are people out there who definitely are suspicious. There are people out there who are white, black, Hispanic, whatever they look like, who look shady. But to think just because somebody is minority, just because they are an individual who is black and brown, that because of their skin color, they are automatically deemed to be suspicious for just standing outside somewhere, waiting around, that's insane. Let me say this, because I'm gonna put this out there. I don't sell drugs. I, majority of times, do not do things that I shouldn't be doing. I'm human, I make mistakes. But there have been times where I've been standing outside in a public area looking suspicious because I'm waiting on a sneaky link. If you don't know what a sneaky link is, I'm not explaining it. Google it. But I have been waiting outside of an apartment complex or a public area, like I'm not sure where to go. Is this person gonna meet me outside? What's gonna happen? And I'm sitting there kind of like, should I go? Should I not go? And I look suspicious. But that's because I'm trying to figure out if I want to continue with this sneaky link or not. You can't tell me that because I just look suspicious, that means I'm a criminal, I'm selling drugs, or whatever that may be. Yo, I'm trying to get my rocks off, and I'm not sure if I want to do it or not. Period. Let's call a spade a spade. This 18-year-old was outside of a Super 8. What happens at a Super 8, y'all? I mean, yes, drugs, yes, bad stuff, but also sex. We don't know what this 18-year-old was doing out there, but he was also a migrant. You don't know. And for this officer to abuse his power, not even have a call for service, and just be riding around and say, this brown looking boy looks suspicious, let me go bother him. I don't know what sympathy you want me to give this officer. I just don't. I do give the family sympathy because they lost a loved one, but I don't ever wish death on anybody. I try to say this a lot. I don't condone violence, and I don't want anybody to be harmed, but people deserve justice, and karma is a real B word. It is what it is. If you guys disagree with me, you're more than welcome to call in at 702-221-7283. If you agree with me, call in at 702-221-7283. But to me, it seems like that officer and that 18-year-old were both doing some things they probably shouldn't have been doing. One got tased and one lost their life. Seems like they both got bad consequences. But it is a situation where we have to remember that there are police officers abusing their power and doing things they shouldn't be doing in the name of their badge. And if you want me to feel bad for an individual who was abusing their powers, I'm gonna just tell you this right now, I won't, and I don't. I'm sorry. It's sad that somebody lost their life, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to feel like, oh my God, that person, oh, boo. No. and more no. All right, guys, we're taking a quick break. When we come back, we're going to have a conversation about outing somebody. Yes, but how? Outing someone who abuses their power. We're going to talk about the entertainment industry. We're going to talk about the media industry. And we're going to talk about outing people who abuse their power. Let's talk about it. This is the social topic of the day. You don't want to miss out. Stick around. This is the Jaime Dee Show, live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM every Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. until 11 a.m. PST out of Las Vegas, Nevada, and live in Chicago from 12 p.m. until 1 p.m. CST. Hey, y'all, we're also live on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook at the Jaime Dee Show. That's TheJaimedShow. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Stick around. I'll be right back.
At AR Heating and Air Conditioning, our main goal is to provide high-quality service without breaking the bank. From maintaining your HVAC units to fixing them when they are down, they are there for you. AR Heating and Air Conditioning offer reasonable prices, reliability, and professional service at a great value. For more information, go to fixmyac.net or call 702-646-4000. Beat the heat and call AR Heating and Air Conditioning today.
Welcome to Hash House A Go-Go, where we've been serving farm food and crafted cocktails for over 2 decades. Visit us for the full Hash House experience at any of our 5 Las Vegas locations. Hash House A Go-Go is where old school meets new and gets twisted. We bring people together over good food and fun. Come in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and come hungry because our portions are huge. Visit us online to see our entire menu at hashhouseagogo.com. Hash House A Go-Go. It's a Midwest thing, and there's nothing else like it.
Is your dog suffering from a sensitive stomach? Hi, it's Kelly the Cookie Lady from Mooch's Munchies. Our dogs had super sensitive tummies and I needed to find a low-fat treat that wouldn't give them gas or other issues. Most of the treats on the market were loaded with fillers, chemicals, and chicken fat. Many of them weren't even food. Well, I knew I could do better, so I developed Mooch's Munchies, and I'm happy to be able to share them with you. Stop by our store or our website, moochesmunchies.com, and find out why we say that Mooch's Munchies are totally pawsome.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Jaime Dee Show. Woo! Live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM every Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. until 11 a.m. PST out of Las Vegas, Nevada, and live in Chicago, Illinois from 12 p.m. until 1 p.m. CST. We're also live on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook at the Jaime Dee Show. That's spelled TheJaimedShow. If you want to watch the actual live video stream, hit us up. Come on over to one of the social media platforms, and you'll be able to see me, Jaime Dee. Yes. Now, if you're just now tuning in, we went over some daily news, and now we're gonna have a conversation about outing someone who abuses their power. Yes, we're gonna have this conversation. We're gonna out somebody who abuses their power. Yep, because that's what we do. We stand up for ourselves. Period. And just like Kara out of Phoenix, Arizona says, anyone who abuses their power, shame. Shame, shame, shame. Now, I've been in the entertainment industry for over 9 years now. Entertainment and media industry at that. And what I can say is that there are a lot of amazing things that happen in our industry, but there are also a lot of more disgusting, evil, vile, manipulative, and downright weird stuff that also happens. One thing I know to be true is that sex, money, drugs, and ego truly controls our industry. I don't care what anyone says, unless you are in the rooms with people in the industry, actually bearing witness and even being involved, you will never know the true horrors of the industry. Yeah, you can hear about it, you can see it, and you can learn about it in documentaries. And when people post certain things on social media, but until you are a true witness or a victim, you will never truly understand. Again, I've been in this industry for over 9 years now. I've hung out with some of the biggest name people in the industry, some who are A-listers still, some who have gone down in rank, some who are millionaires, some who are billionaires. I have rubbed shoulders, hung out with, texted, FaceTime, drank with, and done some other stuff too with people in the industry. So I know what I'm talking about. I do. I say that because we, and I mean the general public, have known about people like R. Kelly, Diddy, and other people of power who have been proven time and time again to have abused their power in attempts to harm people, whether that was sexually, physically, mentally, career-wise, and more. Yet, unless someone we truly care about was harmed, a huge story comes out that shocks the nation or personally affects us, no one truly does anything. I'm gonna say it again. Unless it hits home, no one does anything. Even if they do see it in documentaries, even if they do see a post about it, even if they heard about it through the grapevine, it's like, oh, I heard that happen. That's messy. And then they move on with their day. Tell me if I'm lying. If you think I'm lying, comment live on the social media platforms. Hit me up at 702-221-7283. But again, I've been in the industry for a long time. I've done the things that you would think that, okay, cool. How do I say this? I have done the things that have, how do I say this? I have done that's what I'm trying to say. I have done the work needed to be in these rooms, thinking that, I want to be in these rooms so bad. And then when I've gotten into these rooms, I'm just like, ooh, dang, I was so thirsty to hang out with this person and do this, and they doing this and doing that and lying about this, and this ain't true. And I'm just like, ugh. And then you see these things and you're like, should I speak up? Should I mind my business? And you look at other people speaking up and you're just like, well, no one's going to do anything about it. And I guess they're not hurting nobody in this moment. So I'm going to just shut up. That's just the reality. It happens. Now, that isn't to say those who are victims of those in power don't step up for themselves. Not saying that they don't try to get other people involved or try to take legal action and more. And not to say that they're not doing anything. I'm talking about the general public. So hopefully I'm making that clear. I'm not talking about victims. I'm not talking about people who have been in the industry, who have seen certain things and said, hey, this person's doing these certain things, or who have started these certain rumors about certain people to get the ball moving. I'm not saying they're not doing anything. I'm saying when that ball gets moving and it's up to the general public to rally behind this person or behind this rumor or behind this truth, they don't. Oftentimes, people don't like to even remove the artist from their artistry. And they swear they know these darn people. Like, oh no, this person's such a sweetheart. They can never. This person makes such amazing music, creates such awesome TV shows. This person has raised me with their art. They would never. And they believe this person or this artist in power, aka the abuser, over the victim. One thing I know to be true about my community, the Black community. I mean, actually, you know what? Let me look directly into this camera and say this. One thing I know to be true about my community, the Black community, is that we struggle hard with holding our own people and our family accountable for sexually, physically, mentally, and spiritually abusing others in the family, because we have this sick mentality of family over everything and family comes first. I'm gonna say it again. One thing I know to be true in my community, the Black community, is that we struggle hard with holding our own darn family accountable for sexually, physically, mentally, and spiritually abusing others in the family, because we have the sick mentality of family over everything and family comes first. Hear me out. Family is over everything and family does come first, but that crap comes to a complete end when you start doing unfamily-like mess, period. This unfamily-like mess could be abuse, molestation, rape, killing, stealing, scamming, and whatever else they do that's not appropriate, that's not respectful, that's not good for the family, that's extremely harmful. When that stuff starts to happen, it's a wrap. I don't care how long you've been in the family. I don't care what you've done for me in the family. It's a complete wrap when that stuff starts to happen, period. If you want to talk about forgiveness, we can do that another time. But right now, I'm talking about how even in the face of all that unfamily-like crap, Black people still like to brush that mess under the rug because we are family and we are all we got. Man, forget that. We can start our own family. We can find some other stuff that we got. I said what I said. On top of that, victim shaming is a huge thing that we see happening more and more because people just can't stand the fact that their quote unquote favorite artist actually did something bad. I get it. There are a lot of lying victims out there who are just trying to come up with the check or knock down an artist for whatever reason and ruin it for real victims. But that doesn't mean that everyone who speaks out is lying. Just how everyone says innocent until proven guilty, okay, that's fine. We can say that the artist is innocent until proven guilty, but we should also say a real victim until proven a liar, period. It takes a lot of courage to come out and say, I was a victim of something by a person we all know and love. As well, the person we all know and love is human, just like the rest of us, and makes mistakes and also does horrible things on purpose, like the rest of us. I just hate how we allow people of power to be exempt from being taken down for their continued abuse. That is why when things like the Me Too movement came about, I was excited because one, it showed that the victims can finally receive justice and be heard. Two, people in power hopefully will stop their crap. And three, we could start seeing a positive shift in our industry. I understand that there are some people out there who are like, okay, movements like Me Too have those who believe that they're good people thinking that, oh, if they mess up, it's over for them. And that's valid. But you have to just cross that bridge when you get there. If you believe you're a good person, live in that. Be about it and cover yourself. We all make mistakes in different situations. It's how you go about it after the fact that proves if you're an abuser or not. Period. Tell me if you agree. Call in at 702-221-7283. Again, 702-221-7283, or continue to comment on the live streaming platforms. But I believe that a real abuser is one that continuously does the same thing to one person or a different person. I believe that wholeheartedly. And there are other people out there who just make a mistake and they learn from that mistake. And they're not a real abuser. They literally just had a complete lapse of judgment. Now we got to be very specific about what that example was. Like if you legit held somebody down and forced sex on them, like you may have done it once, but that you still may need to be held accountable for it. But if you found yourself overly intoxicated, pressuring somebody, and then realized, oh wait, I'm doing too much, and you stop and you apologize and you have a conversation, I think you were just in the heat of a moment, you were intoxicated, you did a little too much, you learned from your mistake, and you stopped. I think that we've all had mistakes happen in our past that we're not proud of. And every little mistake does not make you an abuser. But those in power who are abusing people on purpose, paying people off, not seeking help, doing the same thing over and over, yeah, they're abusers. Period. Now, we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to have a conversation on why this topic even came up. I'm going to tell y'all about what I heard, what I saw, and what's going viral because we're going to talk about it. It's the Jaime Dee Show. It wouldn't be the Jaime Dee Show if we wouldn't bring real life social topics up. So I need y'all to stick around. We're talking about outing someone who abuses their power. All right, y'all. Again, call in at 702-221-7283. This is the Jaime Dee Show, live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM every Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. until 11 a.m. PST in Las Vegas, Nevada, and live in Chicago, Illinois from 12 p.m. until 1 p.m. CST. Stick around. We got some more talk for you. Stay there.
Zinworld Premium CBD offers full and broad spectrum CBD oil, extracts, and capsules which are designed to help you feel your best. Their products are sourced from the best organic hemp and natural ingredients on the market and are tested for quality, purity, and potency. They have a full range of items from health and wellness to beauty to pets. Call 725-205-9223. Visit online at zinworld.com or stop by their location at 9895 South Maryland Parkway and Silverado Range Parkway. Mention KSHP for 10% off in store or use code KSHP online for 15% off.
Hungry for the best barbecue in Las Vegas? Come out to the infamous barbecue and meat market, John Moles Meats and Roadkill Grill in Las Vegas. John Moles was featured on the Food Network's Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. Now take home delicious meat selections for your grill, and while you're there, grab a bite of the best barbecue in Las Vegas. With 2 locations now at Tom and Gowan or on North Decatur, you're sure to find the perfect meats for your next barbecue or party. Find us online at johnmolemeats.com.
At AR Heating and Air Conditioning, our main goal is to provide high-quality service without breaking the bank. From maintaining your HVAC units to fixing them when they are down, they are there for you. AR Heating and Air Conditioning offer reasonable prices, reliability, and professional service at a great value. For more information, go to fixmyac.net or call 702-646-4000. Beat the heat and call AR Heating and Air Conditioning today.
Welcome to Hash House A Go-Go, where we've been serving farm food and crafted cocktails for over 2 decades. Visit us for the full Hash House experience at any of our 5 Las Vegas locations. Hash House A Go-Go is where old school meets new and gets twisted. We bring people together over good food and fun. Come in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and come hungry because our portions are huge. Visit us online to see our entire menu at hashhouseagogo.com. Hash House A Go-Go. It's a Midwest thing, and there's nothing else like it.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Jaime Dee Show. Woo! Live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM every Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. until 11 a.m. PST out of the Las Vegas, Nevada, and live in Chicago, Illinois from 12 p.m. until 1 p.m. CST. We're also live on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook at The Jaime Dee Show. That's TheJaimedEeshow. All right, everybody, welcome back. If you're just now tuning in, I went over some daily news, and now we're having a conversation about outing someone who abuses their power. We discussed my own personal feelings about this topic in the last segment, but in this segment, I'm going to tell you how all this came about, how this topic was chosen. Now, according to Spiritual Word, Christian Keys, who is a known actor for some of his roles working on Tyler Perry films, alleges that he has endured years of sexual harassment and assault by an individual in the entertainment industry. He refrained from mentioning any specific individuals, but he did recount a number of deeply disturbing and emotionally challenging anecdotes. He once recounted a tale of indulging in 5 glasses of Hennessy before retiring to his guest room. A man unexpectedly entered the room and attempted to join him in bed. Christian swiftly pushed him away. The man offered an apology, attributing his actions to the influence of alcohol. However, instead of a handshake, he grabbed hold of Christian Keys. Everyone, take a listen to what he had to say, and let's discuss. Do we believe him? Does he sound like he's just seeking some type of payment, and this is his way of subliminally blackmailing someone? Or are we going to believe him to be a victim until proven a liar and back him up in taking down someone who abuses their power? Listen up.
Speaking to my brother about making a declaration of my experience, what I experienced with certain powers that be that were moving inappropriately. And I really, like, it's in my bone marrow to discuss that, because thankfully God built me the way that he built me, but I'm not sure, based on this person's claims and brags, that he's literally got, at the same time this person was sexually harassing me for years. He was claiming, that he had multiple young black men on the payroll, and they just had to show up when he requested them to be there. And clearly that's why it felt to him that it was okay to say these things. And I want to have these discussions. I want to be transparent with y'all about that. I've done my best to forgive this person, but it happens. It happens. It's not just women that have to deal with it, but it's also men sometimes. And it'll be men tempting men. And that's why a lot of my posts over the last few years have been about taking the scenic route, taking a long way around, because if that means that you can carry your integrity with you, then, and it's 11:11. Thank you, Heavenly Father, for another opportunity to connect with you. Please forgive my sins, my shortcomings, my bad decisions, and my mistakes. Please continue to guide and protect us as only you can. Everybody that's watching, it's not a presentation. If I see 11:11, I try to have another conversation with God. So thank you, Heavenly Father. I appreciate you. We love you. We thank you. In Jesus Christ's name we pray, amen. That's interesting. But there are people that will and have and will continue to, unfortunately, offer these things. And some of them are your heroes. Some of them are people who you're like, oh yeah, such and such is amazing, and he does this and he does that. Yeah, but he also does this and that. At some point soon, it's gonna have to come out. I've kept one of these on me since 2005. Whether it's a keychain recorder or a pen, because most predators would check your phone. And once the sexual harassment started, I was like, well, I got to protect me, because I'm saying no, and I don't want this person, as powerful as they are, to try to get in the way of my work. So I started recording. So I have them offering me money to take my clothes off. I have recordings when I wasn't working with them or for them. I have recordings of them confessing that, the other guys that they have on the payroll, all of the above. And the difference is, the wonderful thing about confidentiality agreements and non-disclosure agreements is that they can't prevent you from turning all of those things over to the police, because sexual harassment is a crime. Attempted sexual assault is a felony. And Tams, you literally just asked, why do we as Black people have to deal with that? But sometimes it's our own people. Sometimes it's our own heroes. Sometimes it's the very people we deify. And we look up like, oh, they're doing so much. They're doing so much. No, they're also doing this. And my only reservation about naming the people, there was directors along the way like, hey, you read for this, that, and the other. you want to come back up to the apartment? I'm like, nah, I'm good. You got my headshot, my resume, and I'm good. You know if I can handle that or not. You know I can kill that, but I don't need to come up to your apartment. We already had the audition. There's other people that I want to say everything, and my brother was like, nah, not yet. I want to tell it on the mountain, over the hills, and everywhere.
All right, y'all. So I put up a picture of Christian Keys on the screen. So if you're looking on the YouTube right now, or Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook, you can see who Christian Keys is, what he looks like, and his gender. Now, what he look like? Is what he looks like important? No. But I want to show you guys, because everyone says, okay, Christian Keys is very attractive. I can see that happening. But I want to make it very, very known, very, very known, that just because you're attractive doesn't mean you're the only person eligible for sexual assault, sexual abuse, sexual manipulation, and more. Period. It doesn't. Just because you're attractive does not mean you're the only person who falls victim of these situations. That's just that. I want to make that known. But he also said something that I completely agree, is that it's not just women who deal with this, it's also men. And I agree. I have been victim of this situation happening before. I've literally been I have been a victim of somebody trying to use their power to get me to do something. I'm gonna say this. I have been a victim of casting couch, but I never actually get on that couch, period. Because I knew better. And I wasn't gonna do it. And I wasn't gonna let that my morals be taken away for quick access. Because you're not about to use my body. I ain't gonna lie though. Sometimes I feel like I should have did it. I'm not kidding, but I'm also kidding. Because it's taking way too long. But anyway, it's taking too long, y'all. I'm tired of going the good way around stuff. But back to it. It's not just women. It's not. And there are a lot of men tempting men. I've said this several times in my live morning radio show. There are way more gay, bi, and questioning men in our world than you would ever believe. Period. A lot of them are married. A lot of them are in relationships. And you would think that they're the straightest person in the world, and they're not. They're lying, cheating, scamming, and a lot of times with the same sex. Now, he said he tried to forgive them. I said this earlier. Forgiveness is up to you. If you want to talk about forgiveness, we can talk about forgiveness, but we're not talking about that right now because that's a whole different topic. If you want to forgive these people, you sure can. Now, he was saying a lot of good stuff, but I also feel like he was saying a lot of nothing, in my opinion. I just feel like it was like, we're listening to this long video of him saying a bunch of nothing. Like, are you trying to tell us that there are people in the industry who do bad stuff, even though we already know that? Or are you actually trying to out somebody? Like, which one is it? Personally, it's hard to say if he's lying or not, because I do my best to not victim shame. But this story does give very iffy. I personally, and I can only speak for myself, am sometimes confused on how people come out and say things like this, but don't just put a name on it. It's like, if you don't put a name on it, why even speak up just to riddle us? Like, yeah, we can't tell someone how to cope and speak out, but it's also like, if you're going to speak out, actually speak out. Don't do this whole like, yeah, I've been through this and it's not really time for me to tell y'all about what actually happened. But I'm going to tell y'all something happened until it's time for me to tell y'all what actually happened. It's like, huh? Why couldn't you just wait until you're ready to tell us what happened? Instead of literally dragging us along, like, are you going to tell us what happened? Who is it? What? Like, do you want us to help you or not? You come out and say that these things happen, but don't tell us exactly what happened. And you don't put a name on it, and you expect us to help you. How can we help you? This is exactly why I say people see these things, they hear them, and they're like, ooh, drama. And they go on with their day. It's not enough information for us to be like, we got you. To me, See, I'm over here stuttering. I'm just like, I really want to believe you, man, but give us some more information. There are some celebrities who are posting their opinions about you, Christian Keys, because what are you doing? And then you're getting on Twitter saying, are y'all ready for me to post who this was? Y'all won't be able to handle it if I told y'all who it was. It's like, dude, tell us already. Like, now it feels like you're playing a game with us. Now it feels like you're on this high and you feel like, oh, everyone's paying attention to me. Like, ooh, I'm going to keep stringing this along for craps and giggles. Like, no, dude, this is why people out there think that you're not telling the truth. And why there's victim shaming happening, and why people say it's people like you who ruin it for other victims. Like, literally come out and say it. Come on, dude, we're trying to help you out. And he said there's directors and producers. They were like, hey, you did so good, but let's come upstairs and talk about it more. He's not lying about that. I know that to be true. I've had that happen to me. I've had directors and producers say, hey, I want to talk to you about a project. You want to come over? And I'm like, no, we can go out to eat somewhere. We can meet at a public spot. But why didn't they come over to your house to talk about this project that you want me to be a part of? Yeah, there's plenty of times where directors and producers hire without even auditioning. And that's awesome. But you don't know me. We haven't, like, yeah, you see my work, and my work is awesome. I know that I can do a lot of great things. And I know that there's a lot of different parts that I shouldn't even have to audition for. I should just automatically get, because I'm great at what I do. But there's also certain things where it's kind of like, why do you need me to come to your house for that? So I believe him in that regard. But him saying he wants to say everything, but his brother was like, nah, not yet. It's like, then why are you talking? If your brother said, nah, not yet, and you truly believe and listen to your brother, why are you even talking right now? You're making everything look suspicious. So personally, I don't know what to believe. I don't want to victim shame him. I don't want to ruin the fact that this could actually be something good if he's telling the truth, and we could start seeing a positive shift in our industry. But it's like, if you're going to be about it, man, be about it. Help the people out, because you never know how your story can help other people step out and receive justice as well. Look at what's happening to Diddy. People are stepping out left and right because Cassie was the pioneer. So, Christian, are you going to be the pioneer taking down this person who we all know and love? Or are you going to sit here and play the game? Because you got people like Bobby Lights going on Twitter and saying that it seems like you're just blackmailing this person and doing this on purpose to get some money and some more popularity. Dude, if you want actual help, be about it. And if you're a liar, shame on you. All right, y'all, that's it. This has been the Jaime Dee Show, live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM every Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. until 11 a.m. PST out of Las Vegas, Nevada, and live in Chicago, Illinois from 12 p.m. until 1 p.m. CST. We're also live on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook at the Jaime Dee Show, a real live morning radio show. If you want to promote your business, products, services, music, or more, hit us up at info@jaimedee.com. That's info@JAIMEDEE.com. All right, love y'all. Peace out. You were just tuned into the Jaime Dee Show, live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM. If you aren't in the Las Vegas area, you can catch my show live on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook at The Jaime Dee Show. That's TheJaimeDeeshow. If you want to advertise your business on my show, email us at info@jaimedee.com. Thank you all so much for your support. See you tomorrow.
Is your dog suffering from a sensitive